Back to follow-up segment tonight. In a very unusual situation, the general who investigated Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl says he should not go to prison. Major General Kenneth Dahl actually testified for the defense on Friday, saying Bergdahl was naive, actually wanted to confront the Taliban fighters more aggressively. Major General Dahl is the guy who took forever to even conclude the investigation. Here's what I said more than a year ago. I don't believe that anything's going to happen to Sergeant Bergdahl. I think the fix is in. I don't think that Chuck Hagel, Defense Secretary, is going to do it, or the Pentagon's going to do anything. They want him out. They're going to just get, and you'll see very quietly they'll get him out. That's what's going to happen. Joining us now from Boston, Colonel David Hunt, Fox News military analyst, with some new information about some tape recordings Bergdahl made. What's the headline, Colonel?
Yeah, June 30th, 2009. Bergdahl deserts his post in southeast Afghanistan. July 1st and 2nd, in a standard briefing to the commander of his unit at 4th Brigade of the 25th Infantry Division, we have tapes of Taliban talking on Bergdahl's phone, saying that Bergdahl wanted to join them. And we have the Taliban on their own phones talking about Bergdahl trying to join them. This information was known from July 2nd on, and we still traded him for 5 terrorists, had a White House ceremony, and now we've taken 2 years since he's come back to do something which takes 90 days. The government has not yet, and it doesn't sound like it's going to, even use these tapes against Sergeant Bergdahl. It's inexplicable.
Okay, now how did the government get the
Dahl
tapes?
Statement, and it doesn't make sense. None of this makes any sense about on Bergdahl.
How did the government, the military, get the tapes? There
are programs, and we've been doing it since World War II, in which we listen to the enemy. And people who speak Pashtun, or whatever language the Taliban in that section was using, were listening because they were told to. And they also were listening for Bergdahl's phone. What they heard was Taliban on Bergdahl's phone because he joined them by then, and then the Taliban on separate phones talking about him. So it's a military program. This is
okay. Let me stop you. Let me stop you.
Yep.
All right. So it's surveillance. They have a set of tapes. One on Bergdahl's own phone. All right. Where some Taliban are talking. They took the phone from him, I guess. And then on another phone used by the Taliban. And once again, the tapes say that Bergdahl deserted and wanted to join the Taliban. Is that correct?
Yes. And the tapes are available. The government's not using them. And by the way, there were 30 people in this briefing.
And you got to know that Dahl, the Major General, he knows about the tapes, but he's still going out there peddling the thing that Bergdahl really wasn't a deserter at that level. Is that correct?
Yes, Dahl was the first there was investigation done by the Naval Intelligence when this first happened to call him a deserter, and then Dahl does an investigation, and now there's another investigation. Again, since he's come back, it's taken 2 years to get this to this point, which normally takes 90 days. And the tapes were not presented in this recent
But
hearing.
what I'm trying to get at, I've always felt from the jump that Dahl is not interested in anything but getting this guy off the docket.
But he's not the only one not interested. He's not the only one. It's the entire chain of command.
He's in charge, and he testified on Friday. He's a
2-star. There's 4 stars involved in this.
All right. Stay on it, and we'll continue our investigation here.